interesting photograph has been shared around social media, and it shows a drawing that was allegedly made by an inmate. The user detailed that their dad had found a piece of paper with a strange drawing on it, along with several messages that had to be deciphered. The document has on it the following messages: United States Government Department of Justice. The gates have opened. My time has come. Your cities will burn. 5 Zion Polyhedra. Interlocking dimensions and musical resonance. For your intellect, I've simplified this as far as possible. It requires someone stupider than I am to communicate to you, and though your own incredulity laughter, you are for the present moment powerless against me. Proportions of 9 always produce self-repeating non-zero digits in these simulations. The user detailed that the document was allegedly created by someone who had schizophrenia, and said they were worried that someone was going to steal their work. One user said the following: I'm not going to go into detail about this drawing or whether it even makes sense, but something that I found interesting is that people who suffer from these illnesses are very interesting. You quickly learn that once you get past the diagnosis and actually sit down with them to have a conversation, you can learn a lot about the way they see the world and what makes their minds believe certain things. They're not stupid and they're not worthless, it's just they see the world differently to most people. The main thing is that it affects their ability to think and see clearly, and this means that sometimes they get it into their heads that people are trying to plot against them, or that they're hearing voices which makes them think that they've been somehow placed there. These voices and illusions they experience makes it hard for them to trust people, which then makes it difficult for them to know what's real and what isn't. It's an interesting drawing, and if genuine, it gives you an incredible insight into how the human mind works. While another user said this: it's interesting that the individual was worried that their work was going to be stolen, and that's exactly what happened. Regardless of whether or not these messages mean anything, I don't think the man should have stolen the drawing. It's only going to mess with the mind of the individual that created it, confirming their beliefs that someone was going to steal from them, and it's likely that they'll get even worse now when it comes to trusting people. The drawing also features the number 1.618, which is also known as the golden ratio, or divine proportion in mathematics. Interestingly, the golden ratio appears many times in mathematics, and has also been found in geometry, art and architecture. In fact, a South African researcher said the universe is governed by the golden ratio, and said that time itself is defined by this mathematical constant. The team behind the study said the golden ratio has been found in all aspects of life, and said this number can be used to link everything in the universe together, and said that this golden ratio has been observed in space, biology and also chemistry. The research was carried out by Dr. Jan Boyens at the University of Pretoria and Dr. Francis Thackeray of the University of Witwatersrand in South Africa. After conducting their experiments, they said that the golden ratio can be seen in a variety of different areas and can be related not only to aspects of mathematics, but also to physics, chemistry, biology and the topology of space-time. The researchers said the following: a convincing case for assuming a cosmic character of the golden ratio can be made based on the ubiquity of logarithmic spirals. Spectacular examples include the Whirlpool Galaxy, Annamites the shape of nautilus shells, Hurricane Katrina and the distribution of planets, moons, asteroids and rings in the solar system. The researchers suggested that the reason this golden ratio keeps showing up is because this ratio is actually a property of space-time. They continued with the following: the argument that this amazing coincidence arises from a common environmental constraint, which can only be an intrinsic feature of curved space-time, is compelling. The time has come to recognize that relativity and quantum theories can be integrated and linked numerically to the value of a mathematical constant, whether in the context of space-time or biology. Whether you believe these drawings are nonsense or hold any value, researchers have long debated the effects that prison has on people. Back in 1997, a study revealed that not only is prison bad for the mind, but it actually makes people much worse, and in general keeps them in a constant downward spiral. This is a direct quote from a document that looked into prison and the effects that it has on prisoners. There is a particularly urgent need for the increased provision for the care of those with problems, who make up a larger proportion of the prison population than they would any other group in the community. What is more, prison can exacerbate these problems, which has a long-term impact on the individual concerned and the community into which he or she may be released. Since the late 1980s, the proportion of the prison population who showed signs of these illnesses has risen sevenfold. The problem is overwhelming. So what do you make of this interesting discovery? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.